you can recreate it and pull it back in and reconstruct it again as an experience for you to live in your life. There's never a thing of saying too much affirmations. However, if you keep saying affirmations to the point, you can create resistance because your subconscious has already got it. So let's go into that now. When is it the right time to let go and to start to just be more chill and stop trying to push stuff? Okay, when you feel resistance in your mind, when you feel your mind is telling you stop, it's doing too much, that's your subconscious talking to you. Say, hey, I've got this. I'm going to work on creating it. So the key to all of this is you have to see from the perspective, that's what I said, mindset is not that you will get it, that you have already gotten it, and that, you know, it's already happening. You do that with the imagination, you do that with your vocal cords. Those two things now will bring up the memory that has already been stored. Some people call it the Akashic records, they call it the field, they call it the superconscious mind. But I can tell you one thing, we now know it's real. We now know that all information can never be destroyed. When scientists were studying black holes and the event horizon about black holes, and they would see that light would go into the black holes, and they call it the singularity. And the singularity is a point where its laws of physics break down, where they say, well, information can't. So what they discovered, Stephen Hawking said this, is called Hawking radiation. They prove now that any information that gets stored or inside, it gets spewed back out, and it gets splattered across the surface of the black hole, which is called the event horizon. Everything is information now, you know that, right? You and I are made up of information. Our DNA is what? Codes of information, right? Everything is information. So when you try to destroy it, it just transforms into another form. It goes back into the first law of thermodynamics. You cannot destroy energy, right? It can't be created or destroyed, only change form. So you see how everything is going back into science and physics and shows how stuff works? So everything gets splattered back out there. Now, there is only one intelligence or consciousness that can bring that information back to the regular form. You and I can't do that. No matter what technology we have, we can't go back out there and pick up, because we just don't have the technology. But there is a technology that can do that. It is called your consciousness. It is called your subconscious, because it operates outside of the laws of physics. Your subconscious does not live in space and time. You and I are experiencing an illusion of space and time. There's no space or time in the subconscious mind. There's only now. Let that sink in. So because it exists outside of that, and there's also your higher version of you outside of that, along with the subconscious. The subconscious is the part that gets, the subconscious is the tool that you use from the spiritual realm to send information to your avatar body here, to your limited mind here. So your subconscious and the higher self is the tool. Your higher self has your subconscious tool, and what happens is it goes back and it looks and scans all of the incarnation of your past lives, man, of these infinite realities that you've existed and lived, and copies of you, and it sees, oh, there's a copy version of him where he's debt free. Oh, there's a copy version of him where Mark won the lottery. Oh, there's a copy version of where she did this. Okay, now that they brought up the memory of it, let me go and retrieve it, because they're telling me they want to experience it. So I'll send it to you. So he sends it to you, and then when you repeat it, it then imprints and becomes your physical reality again. I could prove to you right now, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. I could, so because there are some people here might be saying, oh man, okay, you got that, you got me with the science part, but I don't know about these all past life stuff, man. I don't know infinite stuff, man. I don't know about that stuff. Well, let me show you something. Explain to me this, and then I will stop. Explain to me how a 2-year-old kid that has been born, a 2-year-old kid, from the day he's 2, he starts playing with music stuff. He loves music. He keeps telling his mom, music, 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 da da. Then one day the parents get a piano, and this 2-year-old kid, now he's 3-year-old, he sits on the piano, and the kid starts playing the piano, note for note. Never taught music lessons, never. How the heck can a 2-year-old kid know how to play a piano? They say, oh, that's a savant, he's a genius. Okay, what makes him a genius? How can a kid, the only way that 2-year-old kid can play a piano is if he's learned it before. That's correct. He has learned it before. That was one of his past life. It was just brought back when he came back. And he remembered it, so he started playing the piano. Because the information has been stored in his DNA. Its information has been stored in there. All of us are the same way. The reason why you remember your past life when you were a kid is because you didn't develop a critical divide yet. You didn't develop a logic and structural conscious mind. Your conscious mind didn't come online till you're 7 or 8. When you get 7 or 8 years old, it shuts off from you remembering your past life. That's why most kids remember their reincarnation in their past life, because they're operating in the theta state, which is a subconscious. They're in a highly meditative state of consciousness, and all the information is there because there's no filter to stop it. So that's why they remember it. So I'm just showing you how this stuff works, that they don't teach you, and that you will never find this stuff about how this stuff works, because they won't put it like this. But this is how it works, my friends. This is the world that we live in. Your DNA, deoxynucleic acid, it's information. It's all in numbers, zeros and ones, of the universe. They're all coded information, and you have that in you right now. So what happens now is when you remember, oh, I was debt free, I did this and that, and you brought the imagination, and you start talking about it, now it triggers the subconscious to go into the field and pick up the experience. All right, so here I found a past life, man, where you were this, so let me just bring it back, and so that you can get it again in this life. And then when you repeat it over and over, here's what's going to happen now. Your physical world is going to start to change little by little. You're going to start to see little success, and you're going to say, man, what? I'm just so lucky now. I'm getting all these opportunities. Where is this coming from? You know where it's coming from. It's coming from you, from your memory. Every single human being here has infinite memories that's stored in the field. You're cut off from your infinite memory because of your conscious mind and because of the matrix programming to you. They teach you and they hid it from you, and they don't talk about it. They focus everything on your conscious logical mind. They try to keep you focused and distract you with lack, with fear, with the news, with competition, with all these things that are just ego-based. That's what they teach you for, ego-based. They want you to be in an ego state of mind. They don't want you to be in a higher vibrational state of mind. When you're in a higher vibrational state of mind, that's where you're going to remember how powerful you are. So this is why you're here. So they like cap off your information from you. How do you access infinite memory? Imagination. Just imagine what it would look like for you to have whatever you want, because you've done it before. Speak about it in the question form. Wow, why does it feel so good to be financially free? Why is my life so happy and harmonious now that I have more than enough money I desire? You don't want to say, wow, why am I debt free? You don't want to say that, because your subconscious is logical. All it's going to hear is debt. It's not going to hear the word free. It's going to say, why am I debt? So you're going to still think you're in debt. So instead of saying debt free, just say, why am I so financially stable now? So all this stuff you're learning, and it's the beginning for you. So that's it. That's what I want to leave you with today. And I'll see you next time.